Hey guys, welcome back. Wanted to do a quick video on gold-filled scrap and how deceptive it can be. So this is a lot that I purchased on eBay, 691 grams, and it has gold-filled watch band tops, watch cases with the mechanisms, and so on. In theory, you would think that this is going to be 10 to 15 grams of gold or so, depending on thickness. Well, that's definitely not the case, because you have to factor in the weight of the stainless steel watch bands and cases. So let's get on goldandscrap.com. Let's call it 10K, 691 grams, $1,703 per ounce is today's spot price. See what it says. It says this should have 14.37 grams or $786 worth of gold. That is not the case. So here's another picture close up. You can see it has leather watch bands. There's some stainless steel bands, gold-filled tops. Spent a lot of time stripping the tops and everything off. So let's see what everything totals. So remember, we started with 691 grams, and now we're going to end up with 286 grams. Quite a difference. So that, I believe I forgot to tear it here, so let's see. Okay, so total weight 614 grams. That would be when removing the watch mechanisms and the leather straps. So we'll tear it. Just the stainless steel and the metal, 327 grams. So if we divide 286 into 691, that means 41.3% of the weight was actually gold-filled scrap, not gold, gold-filled scrap. So let's take 286 grams and put it back over here in the calculator. 1703, 5.94 grams or $325 of gold in today's price. I have a goblet that's marked GF Sterling, and I'm going to include that in this batch. I have a theory that it's just gold-plated sterling silver. So if that's the case, then our calculations, we should end up with about 6 grams of gold out of this and some silver to recover at the end, if I'm correct. So let's go ahead and start the refining process and see what happens here. Going to take our 70% nitric acid and distilled water, put about 80% water, 20% nitric acid, and dissolve all of the base metals, and it will leave the gold foils from the gold-filled scrap. It'll dissolve all silver, copper, everything else except gold. So we're going to set it to low heat, let the reaction start happening here. So you're going to produce nitrogen dioxide, that brown gas, very deadly. Do it in a fume hood or outdoors where it's well ventilated. Here's the middle of the reaction. You can see the green is most likely the copper being dissolved as one of the base metals. A lot of gold-filled scrap can have silver as well. So I had to move it to a larger container here as I was adding the acid. Came really close to starting to boil over, so I didn't want to do that. But you're seeing towards the end of the reaction here, I started to lose daylight. Most of the foils are dissolved, or all that remains are the foils. So that's what it looks like. See, there's a couple bits of stainless steel in there that I didn't catch, that we've got to take those out. Up next, we're going to put it in Aqua regia, which is nitric acid and hydrochloric acid combined, and put it on low heat. I'm sorry about the lighting here, I'm losing daylight. So you can keep it on low to medium heat and start to dissolve everything into solution, including the filter paper that's in there. You can still see some brown gas, brown fumes. The reaction's still occurring. keep my makeshift watch glass on the top of it there. You can still see it's not quite dissolved. We're getting there. After filtering the Aqua regia, we precipitate the gold with sodium metabisulfite and wash it in hydrochloric acid. And that's what we end up with, that brown mud, the brown dirt. We put it in the melt dish, melt it down using MAP gas in this instance. I do have a furnace, but for this small amount of gold, it shouldn't take long to do it this way. So here's what we end up with. Good sized little button of gold. So I refined this a little bit further. You can see there was kind of a couple little different balls of gold. So we ended up with 6.697 grams of 999 pure gold. Tested it on my Sigma. And so that tells me that some of that gold filled scrap was a little finer than 10K. So let's get it on the calculator here. 6.697 grams, 24 karat at current live spot price, $17.13, is $368.86. So as we expected then, some of that was just slightly finer, and recovered almost 5 ounces of silver from that. So that tells me that that goblet I included, it was most likely gold plated sterling silver. So we got a little of that back too. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and if you can consider subscribing, it would help me out. Thanks again, and have a good evening.